He's there. Yeah, he started. Okay. So let's do one at a time. So first, Bhaktivinoda Thakur starts to explain the qualities of a Vaishnava, the three types of Vaishnava. What are the three types of Vaishnava, Bhattru?
Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari.
Okay, but how is it defined in the book?
I think a person who takes the name only once is Kanishta Adhikari. And a person who constantly take the name of Lord is Madhyama Adhikari. And by seeing one who chants, by seeing one who feel like chanting is Uttama Adhikari.
Okay. So that's how this is one topic that's discussed here, the three types of Vaishnava. So then, as Bhattru said, he explains the nature of the holy name. What is the nature of the holy name? Pushpa Mataji, what is the nature of the holy name? How does Bhaktivinoda Thakur explain? You would like to try? Or yeah, Shantaram, you want to try?
The nature of the holy name is spiritual in nature. It has no beginning, and it is like a Chintamani jewel.
Correct. And the name of Krishna and Krishna are non-different.
Non-different.
Correct. And in fact, the next sloka also. The holy name is filled with transcendental mellows. It is ever liberated. It is pure and eternal. So basically, this is that shloka. Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatvam Nama Namino. Nama Chintamani. What does Chintamani mean? It is a touchstone, desire fulfilling. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya. What does Chaitanya mean? Spiritual, living. Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Rasa Vigraha means form of transcendental mellows, filled with all rasa. Purna Shuddho, it is fully pure. Nitya Mukto, it is eternal. Abhinnatvam Nama Namino. So Krishna and his name are non-different. Okay. So then he goes on to explain how Krishna can be known in four ways. What is that? Radha Prem Mataji, what are the four ways through which Krishna can be known?
No, Prabhuji, I don't know. I don't have book also. Book is with others, Prabhuji. Okay. I listen and I forget.
Okay.
Name, form,
correct.
Qualities and pastimes.
Name, form, qualities and actions.
Pastimes.
So you all can mute. You all can just answer and then mute yourself again. Otherwise, there's a lot of echo. Correct. The four ways in which Krishna can be known is name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. Yeah, here it comes karma, activities. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. Correct. So then Bhaktivinoda Thakur goes to explain how each of these things are perfect. The name of Krishna is perfect, eternal. The form of Krishna is eternal and perfect. The Leelas of Krishna are eternal. The pastimes of Krishna are eternal. This is the way he explains. So, and then he explains the next section that the Lord's name, form, qualities, pastimes are non-different than each other. Just like we saw this shloka, Nama Namino Abhinnatvam. The name of Krishna and Krishna name. So when I say Krishna, I'm actually that person Krishna is there. Whether I realize it or not, Krishna is there. Similarly, the pastimes of Krishna are as good as Krishna. The qualities of Krishna, the form of Krishna, the deities of Krishna are all as good as Krishna. So all of them are non-different than Krishna. That's how he explains. So then, what is the next section he explains after this? Anyone?
Primary names and secondary names.
No, before that, there's one more thing.
Holy name is root of everything.
He explains four things. Krishna can be known through name, form, qualities, pastimes. But of all these four, holy name is the root. Namera sarva moolatva is the root of everything. So that's how Bhaktivinoda Thakur is building the whole thing, right? So holy name is the password. Nama Rupa Guna Leela. So when we start chanting, then the qualities, the pastimes, the form, everything will be revealed step by step. So the holy name is the root. That's a very important point here. So then he explains the difference between Vaishnava and almost Vaishnava. What is the difference? Balyanam, what is the difference? Vaishnava and almost Vaishnava?
Can I answer, Prabhuji?
Yeah, yes, but yeah.
Any conditioned soul who can chant the holy name is almost Vaishnava, but when he is purified, he is called Vaishnava.
Correct. Yeah. So one who is chanting on the stage of Nama Bhas is Vaishnav Abhas, Vaishnav Praya, almost a Vaishnava. One who's chanting, who's purified and who's standing on the name of Shuddha Nam, he is actually a Vaishnava. Okay. What is the next point he explains? Ranganath Chandru, you want to try? What is the next point after this in the book?
I think it's primary names and the secondary names.
Just before that, there is one more point. Just one more point. Just before that.
I think within the Maya world, only the individual spirit soul and Lord Krishna's holy spiritual.
Yeah. So this is a very important point. In the material world, only two things are spiritual: Krishna's name and the individual soul. So rest everything is made of matter. Jiva nije chid vyapar Krishna naam ar sab prapanchika jagat samsar. So Krishna's name and the living entity are spiritual in this material world. So therefore, the purpose of our life is to bring ourselves, our Atma, in connection with the holy names of Krishna. Okay. Then the next point is, as Ranganath Chandru explained and Balram was explaining, two kinds of holy names: primary and secondary. So Ranganath Chandru, what are primary names?
Primary names are Govinda, Gopala, Srinanda Nandana, Radhanatha, Hari, etc.
Correct.
Yashamati, Pranadhana, Madana Mohana, etc.
Anything related to his Leela is
Leelas.
the primary name.
Yeah. So anything
Leelas
related.
in the spiritual world, I believe. Leelas in the spiritual world.
Yeah, Leelas in the spiritual world and even in the material world.
Okay.
So we saw that Krishna's Leela, even when it happens in the material world, it's spiritual only, no? There is nothing as material of Krishna's Leela. So Krishna's Leela anywhere in connection to his pastimes, the names of Krishna in connection to his pastimes, or in connection to his devotees, like Nandan Nandan, Yashoda Nandan, Partha Sarthi. Any name of Krishna connected to his devotees and to his pastimes is considered to be the primary name. And what is secondary name? Anyone else would like to try? Those who have not answered.
Secondary names which are connected with the material world. His activity, relation with Krishna in the material world is secondary name.
Correct. So Krishna's relation with the material world is secondary names, like Creator, Paramatma, Brahman, the maintainer, like that. These are secondary names. Okay. So now he explains. We discussed this, but we will continue henceforth. So Mukhya O Gauna Namera Falabhed. The different results brought by chanting primary and secondary names. So if you chant primary names, you get some result, and if you chant secondary name, you get some result. So A Rupa Nama Karma Jnana Kanda Gata. You all can keep yourself muted. A Rupa Nama Karma Jnana Kanda Gata Punya Moksha Dana Kare Shastrera Sammata. Secondary names are found in Jnana Kanda and Karma Kanda sections of the Vedas. These names bring piety and impersonal liberation. This is what the scriptures say. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that this is not my opinion. This is the opinion of scriptures. What is the opinion? That by chanting the secondary names, one will get benefit, definitely. What is the benefit? One will get material piety, or at max, one will get liberation, impersonal liberation, mukti, definitely. So chanting the secondary names also will give liberation. But what it will not give? What the secondary names will not give?
The
Krishna Prem.
Golok Vrindavan.
Krishna Prem it will not give. नामेर ये मुख्य फल कृष्ण प्रेम धन तार मुख्य नामे मात्र लबे साधु गण. The primary names bring the greatest treasure of pure love for Krishna only by chanting the primary names. The word matra, only, is important. Only by chanting these names the devotees attain the treasure. Tar mukhya nama, mukhya nama means primary name. Matra labbe sadhu gana. Matra means only. Harer nama, Harer nama, Harer nama eva kevalam. Eva means only. So only by chanting the primary names one can get Krishna Prem. Otherwise, Mukti, the secondary names will. Okay. So now the next point he comes to is different results brought by proper chanting and Namabhas. So before this he discussed different results brought by chanting primary name and secondary name. So now he is discussing different results brought by chanting proper chanting, doing the chanting well, and just Namabhas. एक कृष्ण नाम यदि मुखे बाहरिया अथवा श्रवणे पते अंतरेते याय शुद्ध वर्ण हय वा अशुद्ध वर्ण हय ताते जीव तरे ए शास्त्रेर निर्णय. If the holy name once comes out from the mouth or once enters the pathway of the ears, whether its syllables are spoken purely or not, the soul speaking or hearing then becomes delivered. This is the conclusion of the scriptures. What is the conclusion of the scriptures? That Ek Krishna Nam Yadi Mukhe Bahariya. So if someone chants the name of Krishna once from his mouth, Atava Shravane Pate Antarete Yaya, or if someone hears the name of Krishna once, so in both the places it is said only once. So Shuddha Varna Haya va Ashuddha Varna Haya. So if it is spoken properly or not, just by chanting and by hearing, one gets delivered. So that is the power of the holy name. So there is no exaggeration in this. The holy name is very powerful. Like today morning only I was seeing a book by Sachinanda Maharaj. He is writing a quote which is from the scriptures only, that by chanting the name of Krishna once, the amount of sins that we can't even imagine, all those sins can be destroyed by one chanting of the holy name. And there is no exaggeration in it. The chanting is very powerful. Kintu, the next sloka says, however, there is something to be added. The story doesn't end here. Kintu ek kata ite ache shunishtita namabhas hoile vilimbe hoya hita. So this is very important. By chanting the name of Krishna, whether properly or improperly, benefit will come for sure. 100% benefit will come. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, but one thing is there. You know, just like we say, na, benefit will come, but मतलब आगे कुछ और है. किंतु एक कथा इते आचे सुनिश्चित. So he's saying there is one more thing that I have to tell you, and this is certain. What it is? Namabhas hoile vilambe hoya hita. If someone chants with Namabhas, the results will come slowly. Results will definitely come. It will come slowly. That is all. So if you chant Shuddha Nam, you know, or if you are in the process of purifying yourself very fast, proper chanting, results will come fast. But if you chant Namabhas, result will come definite, but it will come slow. Namabhas haile hoya anya shubha hoya prema dana kevala vilambe upajaya. Namabhas is certainly auspicious. So just to set the foundation, so we all know that there are 3 stages of chanting. Nam Aparad. The next stage is called Namabhas. And the last stage, the best stage, is called Shuddha Nam. So Namabhas stage is not bad. Namabhas stage is called clearing stage. So Prabhupada would define like this. Nam aparad means offensive stage. Namabhas means clearing stage. You're working on clearing the offenses, clearing stage. And then pure chanting. Offensive chanting, clearing stage, and then pure chanting. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says here, Namabhas haile o anya shubha hoya. Namabhas is certainly auspicious. But with Namabhas chanting, the great treasure of pure spiritual love takes birth after some delay. That is all. So, but Namabhas result will come. Krishna Prem will come, definite. But it will come in delay. So, so this, when Bhaktivinoda speaks, Thakur speaks about Namabhas and Shuddha Nam, it's in relation to the primary name, not to the secondary name. Secondary name we are not discussing only, because secondary name, the chapter is closed, in the previous section only, that by chanting secondary names, one will get piety or liberation. Krishna Prem comes only by chanting primary name. Now, even in that chanting of primary name, you can be chanting purely or in Namabha stage. Namabha stage, one will definitely get the result, but it will come after a delay, after some time. Namabhase paya shaye shuddha nama hoya thakana ei Shri Krishna prema labaye nishchaya. By Namabha chanting, sins are gradually destroyed and the pure holy name gradually appears. Then the chanter attains pure love for Krishna, Krishna Prem. So by Namabhas, what happens? Gradually sins are destroyed. Namabhasa pape shaya shuddha nama hoya. And gradually the pure name comes. So the word gradually is important. It takes time. And then finally, the chanter gets Krishna Prem. So therefore, Gurijan Prabhu also in his book, Japa book, he writes, see, what is most important is to chant. So even if you are doing Aparad Yukta Nam, just chant and try to overcome those offenses. Keep working. Gradually you'll come to Namabhas, then Shuddha Nam. But if you give up chanting altogether, then nothing will happen. So at least keep chanting. Result may come after some time. Delay may be there, but the process is not stopped. Purification is slowly happening. So he doesn't explain more about this here, because the next chapter, chapter 3, is fully dedicated to Namabhas. What is Namabhas? He explains in detail in chapter 3. So this is just like a glimpse he's giving here. The next point he's explaining is important. So before that, there is a footnote here. By Namabhas, all sins are destroyed. When all sins and unwanted things, anarthas, are far away, the pure holy name dances on the tongue. The pure holy name gives pure love for Krishna, Krishna Prem. So this is the process. When you chant Namabhas, then slowly Anartha Nivriti happens. All the Anarthas go away. Then Shuddha Nam comes. The same name. So chanting of the holy name is there throughout. Even in the lower stages, chanting is there. Even after the clearing stage, chanting is there. But there is a difference. Like Rupa Goswami gives the example, nectar of instruction. For someone who has jaundice, or for that matter, COVID also, taste goes away, right? So taste goes away. But then if you keep taking that medicine, the taste comes back. Like jaundice, when someone has jaundice, you drink sugarcane juice, you don't have any taste. But the medicine for jaundice is sugarcane juice. And by drinking it, you will get cured of the disease. And then the same sugarcane juice will taste sweet. So sugarcane juice, is it bitter or sweet? Is it medicine or is it juice? Depends on what your level is. So if you are diseased, it is a medicine. But after your disease is cured, it becomes relishable. So for us, chanting now is Bhavo-shadi. It is a medicine. We don't like it, correct? So, but still we chant. We don't give up. So if we continue to chant like this, anarthas will go away, the disease will go away, healthy condition will come, and then the holy name dances on one tongue, and then one achieves Krishna Prem. So the next point he explains here is important. Please, you'll have to try to understand this. The fault of disruption. Vyavahita va vyavadhane doshe janme. So he says the fault of disruption. Disruption means breaking. So what it is, he'll be explaining here. Kintu vyavahita hale hoya aparad. Sai aparade hoya prema labh bhad. So he's building up now. Like he first said, the holy name, if you chanted once, people will be delivered. Then he says, but if someone chants Namaba stage, he will take time to achieve Krishna Prem. Now again he says, but again there is one but. Kintu vyavahita hale hoy aparad. Separation, thinking the holy name is different from the Lord is an offense. Say aparade hoy prema labh bhad. So, what is an offense? To think that the name of Krishna and Krishna are non-different. This is called disruption. This is what the, sorry, you all can hear me, na?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So, what is separation? Separation means to separate Krishna from his name. This is what the Mayavadis do. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains here also in the footnote. What the Mayavadis do? The Mayavadis say, Brahman, the impersonal Brahman is everything. And that Brahman has temporarily taken the form of Krishna. So Krishna's form is temporary and Krishna's name is also temporary. This is what the Mayavadis say. That means they are saying Krishna is not an eternal person, temporary name. So they are separating the person Krishna from the name Krishna. They are saying actual personality Krishna is Brahma Jyoti, Brahman, and it takes a temporary form and temporary name. So this is an aparad. This is a big offense. So we may have anarthas, and with anarthas, if we chant, the holy name will purify the anarthas. But if you do gross aparad like this, if you start offending the name of Krishna, this offense blocks the attainment of pure love. Sai aparade hoye prema labh bhad. It acts like an obstacle to attain love of Krishna. So he actually explains two kinds of disruption. Nama nami bhed buddhi vyavadan hoye vyavahita takile kadapi prema naye. To think that Lord Krishna is different from his holy name is an offense of disruption. Nama nami bhed buddhi. So one who says that Krishna and his name are different. One who says, Are, what you all are chanting Hare Krishna? You know, chant the name of Krishna. Is it Krishna? How it can be Krishna? How can a sound be Krishna? So this is an offense. So for as long as this idea of separation is present, there can be no pure love. Vyavahita thakile kadapi premanay. No chance of love. So therefore, while we chant Hare Krishna also, understanding this philosophy is important. So if you don't chant in the right understanding, if you don't understand the Nama Tattva well, then our chanting will not produce the result. So then he goes to explain two kinds of disruption. Varna Vyavadhana or Tattva Vyavadhana. Vyavadhana Dviprakara Vedera Vidhana. The Vedas describe two kinds of disruption. Disruption means splitting. Two kinds of disruption. What are the two kinds of disruption? Varna Vidhana, disruption in syllable, and Tattva Vyavadhana, disruption in identity. So one who says that Krishna, Nama Tattva and Krishna Tattva are different. It's called separation in identity. You are separating the name Krishna from the person Krishna. It is called, this kind of disruption is called Tattva Vyavadhana. And the other disruption is disruption in syllables. So he'll be explaining this, what it is. Just bear with me for some time. Mayavadi e name tattva vyavadhan kare. Yeah. So he says, tattva, the Mayavadis think that Lord Krishna is different from his name. This is the offense the Mayavadis do. Tattva vyavadhan mayavad dushtamata karila janjala e shastra asamata. The Mayavadi fools think Lord Krishna is different from his holy name. Dushtamata. So that's why Lord Chaitanya urged devotees. It was almost like a warning from Lord Chaitanya that stay away from Mayavadis. Like I think this in WhatsApp, there is this image. People speak about social distancing now, na? Stay away. Okay? So that social distancing concept is actually a Vedic concept. So if you see a materialist, stay 10 meters away. But if you see a Mayavadi, stay 1000 meters away. Because materialist, what he will do, he will dirty your heart. Okay? He will put anarthas in your heart. But by chanting the holy name, the anarthas can go. But what the Mayavadi will do, Mayavadi will destroy your faith only in bhakti. He will destroy your faith only in holy name. And then whatever you do, your anarthas are not going to go. So materialist is dangerous, but Lord Chaitanya didn't condemn materialist so much. The Mayavadi is most dangerous. Mayavada bhashya shunile hoilo sarvanash. If you hear Mayavad philosophy, you will be destroyed. You will be destroyed means what? Your faith will be destroyed. Okay? So therefore, Mayavadi philosophy is very dangerous. If you hear wrong philosophy, your faith gets shaken. So faith, Shraddha is something that is very, very important. We need to protect that faith. That is why Srila Prabhupada would recommend his disciples and the followers of ISKCON not to read too many outside books. Because there's a lot of Mayavadi influence that comes. Especially most of the other spiritual organizations or anyone else, it may look very similar. See, to see Mayavad philosophy and Vaishnava philosophy, most of it is similar. Everyone agrees that there is illusion, we have to be free, we have to go back, we have to purify ourselves, Atma, material world. Basic things are clear. To some extent, both go together. Vairagya, Brahmacharya, both go together. But at a certain point, completely different. And many times you will not even understand when it is. So therefore, we should try to avoid. We should not think that we are too intelligent and try to read so many other books. Our faith will get lost. So the offense that the Mayavadis do is, the Mayavadi thinks that Lord Krishna is different from his holy name. This rubbish idea is not sanctioned by the scriptures. See, the Mayavadi philosophy, they quote scriptures, but they don't properly quote scriptures. They misinterpret scriptures. They give their own interpretation. They think that they're very intelligent and they can twist any meaning. And वही चलता है ना आजकल. Ultimately, आजकल के दुनिया में straight किसी को अच्छा नहीं लगता. मसाला मार के तोड़ के दे दो, लोगों को अच्छा लगता है कि नहीं? Regular गीता तो हम सुनते हैं, थोड़ा अलग गीता बताओ. And that the Mayavadis like. They like to play with words. Word jugglery ना. ये संस्कृत वर्ड का 1000 मीनिंग है, इसका ये मीनिंग डालेंगे तो इसका ये अर्थ होता है. They are very expert in that, very intelligent. But intelligence is not the prerequisite to understand scriptures. The most important thing is faith. One should have pure faith. If that pure faith is not there, very difficult to understand scriptures. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in the footnote, and this footnote is important. See, till now he's explained two kinds of disruption, two kinds of split. One is split in the identity. The name and Krishna are different. This is what the Mayavadis say. The other is split in syllables. Split in syllables. What it is, he's explaining here. Separation of syllables is like this. In the word Hatti Kari, this is a Sanskrit word, Hatti Kari. The first and last syllables produce the word Hari, Hatti Kari. So if you remove the word Tika, you will have Ha and Ri. So the word, the name of Krishna is there, Hari, but it is split. In between there is some other letter. This is called split in syllables. Because the syllables Tika intervene, the full benefit of the holy name is not attained. So please, it's a little technical point. I understand that this book is a little technical, but if you all can just strain your intelligence a little and try to understand, we will get benefit. So this is also a service. Service may not always be easy. Service difficult. So just like service may be difficult, this is also a service. Some books may be easy to understand, some books may be little difficult to understand, but as a service, we need to try to understand it. So what is separation in syllables? Hari. Hari is the name of Krishna. But between Hari, Ha and Ri, if you put another word, Hatti Kari, you don't get the benefit of chanting Krishna's name. But he says in the word haram, who chants haram? The Muslims and the low class people, they keep chanting na, haram, harami, harami, right? That if someone chants, one gets benefit of chanting the name of Krishna. Why? Because there is no split in syllable. Ha, Ram together. There is no split. So even though they are not knowingly chanting the name of God, but they get benefit. Why? Because they are chanting Haram, Haram, Ram. Just like Narad Muni preached to Valmiki. Valmiki was so sinful, he couldn't chant the name of Ram. So what did Narad Muni tell him? Because he was used to killing people, killing animals. Mara is death. That Valmiki knew. Mara, wo mar gaya, ye mara, usko mara. He knew that. So Narad Muni told him, keep chanting Mara. So Valmiki started Mara, 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 Mara. So he was actually chanting Mara, 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 Mara. But because it was continuous, it became Ram, 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 Ram. So similarly, even if someone chants Haram, we are not recommending devotees chant it or use it in their vocabulary. But if some outside guy chants Haram, he will get the benefit of chanting because there is no split in syllable. Ram is together. But the word Hatti Kari, they split. Even though Hari is there, but there is a split. In the word Haram, however, there is no separation of this kind. Because all the parts of the holy name are together, the word Haram brings liberation. Amazing, na? So this is Harinam Chintamani. The holy name is so powerful that even if someone unknowingly says Haram, what he will get? Liberation. Not immediately Krishna Prem, but he will get liberation for sure. Why? Because we saw one chanting. Text 45. Ek Krishna nama yadi muke bahariya atava shravane pate antareta yaya shuddha varna haya va ashuddha varna haya tate jiva tare ei shastre nirnaya. Shastras have declared that if one chants once, whether purely, impurely, once if someone chants or hears the name of God, once liberation is guaranteed. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, if someone chants Haram, that will also bring liberation. So this is which kind of separation? ये कौन सा separation था? कौन सा disruption था? Anyone? What kind of disruption this is? What are we discussing? Which kind of disruption?
Disruption of the syllabus.
Disruption in syllable. Okay. So word Hatti Kari, is there disruption in syllable?
Yes.
Okay. The word
Yes.
correct. The word Haram, is there disruption in syllable?
No.
No, correct. Okay. So we have understood one kind of disruption in syllable. Now Bhaktivinoda Thakur in the footnote explains the other kind of disruption in identity. Separation of identities is very bad. If someone separates syllables, not so bad. He will not get benefit, but it is not negative. But separation of identity is very bad. In truth, the name Krishna and the person Krishna are non-different than each other. Nama namino abhinnatvam. Nama nami are the same. But if someone thinks they are different, nama nami bheda buddhi. If they think that name and Krishna's name and Krishna are different, if in their creative speculation, the Mayavadi say that the name Krishna is different from the Supreme Brahman, then they commit the offense of separation of identity. That offense destroys everything. So separation in syllable, if someone says Hatti Kari, one may not get the benefit of chanting Krishna's name, but there is no offense in it. But if someone separates identities, Tattva Vyavadhan, one separates identity, that the name Krishna and Krishna are different. Krishna is actually imaginary or temporary. Brahman is permanent. Krishna and his name are temporary. If someone says like this, it is a very big offense. It is separation in identity, and that offense destroys everything. जो भी वो करते हैं सब मिट जाता है. व्यवधान अभिद्ध नाम ये शुद्ध नाम. In pure chanting of the holy name, the chanter is free from the idea that Lord Krishna is different from the holy name. So in pure chanting, one completely has faith that Krishna and his name are the same. They are not different. Nama namino abhinnatvam. And what does Haridas Thakur say here? Ateva shuddha Krishna nama yar muke taha ke Vaishnava jani sada sevi suke. He says, anyone who with his mouth purely chants Lord Krishna's holy name, I accept him as a Vaishnava. So accept whom as a Vaishnava? One who doesn't chant with offenses, especially this offense of Tattva Vyavadhan, separation of identity. So if someone chants, they may be anarthas, that's okay. But if his faith is pure, if someone is chanting like that, Ateva Shuddha Krishna Nama Yara Mukhe, if some sincere devotee is chanting, Haridas Thakur is saying, I accept him as a Vaishnava. Taha ke Vaishnava jani sada sevi suke. I will happily serve such a devotee. No issue, perfectly happy. But I will not serve one who is a Mayavadi. So just a few verses left. But are there any questions or any clarifications, any additions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. It is said in 46 that even from mouth, if he once he takes the name, he gets the devotee gets delivered.
Correct.
And again, our acharyas are saying that we should chant 16 rounds.
Correct.
The doubt comes here. Of course, the acharyas are right, but I have a doubt. Even if once if we get delivered, then why we are required to chant 16 round every day?
Yeah, because we are looking for something more than deliverance, no? So deliverance means, see, first thing is, by chanting the name of Krishna, one will get delivered. That's for sure, one will get delivered, right? But when is a question? It may take time. And deliverance here, maximum means liberation, Brahma Jyoti. So as devotees, our aim is much higher. We are thinking of Krishna Prem, Golok Vrindavan, that's our aim. So for different people, different recommendations. For those who want liberation, okay, once you chant, be satisfied, you are liberated, in some time, whenever that comes, right? But as devotees, we are looking for Krishna Prem. And because we are looking for that, that's why 16 rounds, in fact, more rounds, like Ranganath Chanpu standing 64 rounds. Why? Because he wants Krishna Prem and he wants Krishna Prem soon. So the question is what you want and how fast you want. That's the question.
Prabhuji, the second question is that we have a Shuddha Nama and offenses and Namabhas. So the next chapter is of Namabhas. But I have not clearly understood the concept of Namabhas. Would you like to elaborate on it?
Yeah. In the next chapter, anyway, it's like in detail. But Namabhas basically means this. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in the next chapter, he explains this example also. Like sun rays comes. So if someone sees the sun directly, you get full effect of the sun, benefit of the sun. But if a cloud covers the sun, and through the cloud also there is sunshine that comes. Through the cloud also there is sunshine that comes. But that sunshine is not fully, it doesn't give you maximum benefit. It is filtered through the cloud. So the sun is compared to Shuddha Nam, and the clouds are compared to our anarthas. So when we have anarthas and when we chant, so we get benefit, but then we get namabha, shadow benefit, or reflection benefit. That's how we get. But when the cloud goes away, when that aparadh goes away, and then we chant, that is called Shuddha Nam, direct benefit. understanding. So one is like filtered benefit is there, but filtered benefit, little one can experience name. But when the cloud go away, when those arthas go away, one experience benefit. So this he explains in the next chapter in detail.
Thank you, Bro. Thank you, Bro.
And there you will see that he explains different kinds of namabhas also in the next chapter. So namabhas is one broad subject, but in that there are different kinds of namabhas. Parihasya namabhas, stoba namabhas, hela namabhas. Then there is pratibimba namabhas, chaya namabhas. He will explain all that in the next chapter. Reflection namabhas, shadow namabhas, like that. So we will see that in the next chapter.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Ha.
So I got one doubt. See, the Mayavadis want to lean with Brahman.
Correct.
Like, no, but here in the footnote, the page number 53, if in the creative speculation, Mayavadi says that Krishna name is different from the Supreme Brahman, then they commit the offense of separation of identity. That offense destroys everything.
Correct.
Then the footnote. So now we say the Krishna we say in three forms. One is Brahman, another is Paramatma, another is Bhagavan.
Correct.
So all three, even Brahman also is Krishna with this without revealing. No, is only that light.
Correct.
Now here, why that is said the same name is different from Supreme Brahman? How it is stated here?
Yeah. So see, we need to understand that see people Mayavadis na many times we have this conception that Mayavadis enter into Brahma Jyoti. Hey, can I? This is what we generally think.
Yeah.
But actually, Mayavadis don't go to Brahma Jyoti. Our Jayadvaita Maharaj explains Mayavadis go to hell. Because there is a difference between Brahmavadi and Mayavadi. Brahmavadi, one who has attraction to Brahma Jyoti, but he doesn't offend Krishna. Mayavadi, he offends Krishna. So one who offends Krishna, he can't get Brahma Jyoti. He's in the category of a demon. So such a person will suffer very bad. You know. So Mayavadi is not going to get liberation. Brahmavadi will get liberation. Mayavadi is going to go to hell only. Because he's after offending Krishna. I mean, if you say, just imagine, you know, if someone tells you that you know, you are dumb, deaf, you know, it's an offense. You feel hurt. What do the Mayavadis do? The Mayavadis tell that Krishna, that Supreme Brahman is, you know, that Supreme Lord is dumb. He doesn't have ears. He doesn't have form. So it's an offense. And when Krishna comes, they say Krishna's form is Maya. They say that this is illusion. No, Krishna's form. You know, so these people are big offenders, and for such people, there is no liberation, no chance. Very, very far away. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
So one who chants the name of Krishna once can get liberated, but a Mayavadi who offends Krishna, he will never get liberated. There is no chance.
They can be compared to Duryodhan. Duryodhan saw the Virat Rupa of the Krishna, and he said that it is his Chalya or Mayavad. It is his
Correct.
Maya. It is illusion.
Correct.
So that's why he got punished.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So just one little section is left. We will do it the next time. No issue. We are almost like completing this chapter. The next time we will complete. Anything else before we wind up for today?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Prabhuji, one question I got on different types of chanting, like offensive chanting, pure chanting, and namabhas.
Correct.
I'm talking about my experience. What happens is that sometimes we are completely absorbed in the chanting, but sometimes, most of the times, it is not the absorption. It is just chanting, that is namabhas, and sometimes, many times, it is offensive chanting also. So why it shifts from one type of chanting, and why does it shift from one to other, and how does that, how to stop that, how to be more concentrated, and how to stop this shifting of chanting, shifting of namabhas to offensive and offensive to sometimes pure chanting. How to do that?
Yeah. Good question. Um, Pure chanting is still very far for us till anarthas go away. But we may be fluctuating between namabhas and namrata. One of the most important things in chanting is avoiding the offenses, and out of all the offenses also. So the way this chapter is basically the next chapter he'll speak about namabhas, and after that he will get into offenses. First offense, second offense, one chapter dedicated to one offense. And for each offense, he will give a solution also. So it's not that Haridas Thakur and Bhaktivinoda Thakur are just describing offenses and no solution. They give a solution also for everything. Har ek cheez ka solution. But most of the solution, if you see, of all the offenses, the solution boils down to two things. One is association of devotees. So association is the key, to stop the shifting and move higher on the scale. The key is association, because very difficult to fight alone. You need support. Just like this COVID time also, if you have support, then you can actually fight back. Otherwise there's a lot of emotional drain and so many things that happen. So for chanting also, if you chant with very, very sincere devotees, that chanting you get free. So you will see when we go to the offenses chapter, we will see that for every chapter, Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives a solution. And most of the solution is this. If someone goes and falls at the feet of a Shuddha Vaishnava, associates with him, then he can get rid of this offense. So ultimately, our escalation in bhakti, in chanting, the key lies in association of devotees. That is one very important thing. And other is our effort also. And our effort means trying to be attentive, trying to be conscious. So the mind will go away everywhere. But if you can try to be conscious, just like Sachinandan Maharaj in his Japa book explains, that understand what we are doing, relationship, that this is not a dead name, this is a living name, this is Krishna himself, right? When you understand that, there is more personal connection. You are conscious that I'm chanting Krishna's name. I think those who attended Mahatma Prabhu's seminar of Japa, I think Mahatma Prabhu also was stressing on this. I didn't hear the seminar, but I think I saw those notes.
Yeah.
Understanding that we are chanting Krishna's name. Many times, we are like in a auto mode. Mala chal raha hai, but we are not even knowing we are chanting or what we are chanting, whose name we are chanting, not even aware. So awareness, that's the point. Second point. First is association of devotees. Second is awareness, being aware, being attentive. I think these two are very important solutions to stay on higher levels of chanting and not come down, not fluctuate. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu, thank you very much. As association is very difficult to get these days. These days it's very difficult because we don't go out and all those things. And I think that is the main reason I'm feeling this problem of shifting from offensive chanting to namabhas and all those things. My concentration is not there. Very difficult to concentrate, and only when it is early morning, then somehow I'm little bit okay. Otherwise, if I do my chanting later day, it becomes little bit difficult. So thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Yes, thank you.
Prabhuji, for this, in Vrindavan, one Prabhuji has told that we can online chanting together, we can do it. So, and you continue, Prabhuji.
I was about to tell that point only. I was just about to tell that point. So, we went to Vrindavan, myself, but through, Arjun Priya Prabhu, Shyam Das Guru, from where we got COVID also and came down. So there one devotee was telling us that, we can do Zoom chanting. So even though right now physical association is difficult, but online association is still possible. So this is a very nice way, and our Krishnanandru keeps doing it. So what we can do is we can fix 1 hour or 1.5 hour, whatever time we decide for the time being in the morning, where all devotees log in and everyone chants together at their own houses, like this only, Zoom. So जैसे अभी चल रहा है, everyone will on their mic, सब mic on करेंगे, सब एक time पे join करेंगे, and everyone will chant. So in this way, you are connected, and there is a sense of क्या बोलते हैं? There is a sense of discipline, and there is a sense of what do you call it?
Togetherness.
Commitment.
Responsibility.
Yeah. And there's a little pressure also. I mean, you have to come, others will be watching, that kind of thing is there. But then it can actually help. And as I told you, alone it's difficult, but then when you come in association of devotees, then each other builds each other's energy, so then it may actually happen. So I and Bhattu, we were thinking, yeah, we should definitely do it. So I think this is a good time to start. What do you all think?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, we can do this.
Am
Yes,
I
Prabhuji.
audible?
Yeah.
Prabhuji, sure.
Start from maybe Monday or tomorrow also, Monday or Sunday also.
Sunday will be fine, Prabhuji. Sunday.
From Sunday.
Yeah.
No, all days.
All days.
We're thinking about every day.
It's all 7 days. It's all days, Prabhuji.
Yes.
So
So
Timing.
what?
Timing.
Yeah, that's the question. What timing? That's the question.
5 is okay. 5:30, 5 o'clock. Maximum number we'll put a poll and find out.
Yeah, I think we should find out a time where
Maximum people can join.
yeah, and we can always adjust the time later, matlab aage piche, the duration and the time. But let's fix a duration and let's fix a time where it's like decent for everyone to join.
Yes. 6
Like
will
Vikrant
be-
Tandal is saying 6 a.m.
6 is okay. 6 is okay.
So एक discipline शुरू करेंगे, then we can, once we get a taste of it, we can always work around it.
Yeah, fine.
Prabhuji, we start for 1 hour first. Thereafter
Whenever.
we can.
Yeah. So, I mean, should we finalize it now, or should the discussion go on in the group and we can take a call there? How do we do it?
Prabhuji, we can start, and then after discussion, we can change the timing and
Yeah,
other
that'll be
things.
fine. See, there's no
We
point in
can
delaying
start.
it. We'll let us start.
Correct.
Yeah,
So-
let us start. Today, Akshay Tirthi, at least we'll decide. We're starting tomorrow. Let us decide something today.
Yeah. It's a good day to decide this thing.
Yeah.
It's a very good day.
Yeah.
So we can roll it from Sunday.
Yeah.
But what timing? 6:30, 5:30. What do you think is 5 is not possible if Mangalarti is here 5 to 5:45 like that.
6
6 a.m. Prabhu. 6.
6 is okay.
6 is okay.
Yeah, fine.
anyway, for me,
Haribol.
it's not okay.
Prabhuji, 6 to 7.
Okay, you can all start, but I won't be able to join because my Mangalati starts at 6 o'clock. I start my chanting at 4 o'clock. So that's a little difficult, but anyway, I finish my 16 rounds by 6 o'clock, but we can always see it later. One more point that I wanted to make, if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you, Prabhuji. We hear you,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
I have understood one thing, that if you have a firm faith that you are going to chant Shuddha Nama over a period of time. I mean, in a period of say 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is, Krishna will give me Shuddha Nama. This kind of confidence, if you have, and if you chant with that confidence, your chanting will be much better. One day, Krishna has to give me Shuddha Nama. That's kind of confidence, if you have, your chanting will be much better.
Prabhuji, Shuddhanama means without honor. No?
The third stage.
Yeah.
You may have
Yeah.
Nama Bhasa today, but then if you keep chanting, saying that I am going to chant one day Shuddha Nama, that kind of a confidence, if you have in you, then your chanting will be much better. You try this.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, Ranganath Charan speaks, matlab, he's speaking with, he's really put effort in that direction.
You got a conviction.
Yeah, definitely.
Experience.
Yeah. Experience,
No,
consistency.
you all try, it will come.
Hmm.
You should think that I am going to have it. Come what may, I am going to have it. Krishna is going to give it to me, for sure.
Correct.
So with that conviction, if
Yeah.
you start
So actually,
chanting,